This may be one of the hardest videos to make. For a long time, you may have felt like something was wrong with you, like you did not belong in your own family, like you were being punished for a life you did not choose. And if you've ever felt unwanted, like the black sheep in your own family, like your own family never truly loved or accepted you, this video is for you. The story we are about to share in this video may not just explain your pain, it may also help you start healing. You are not alone. Have you ever looked around your family and asked yourself, why don't I belong here? Why does it feel like I was born into the wrong life? Like someone swapped your destiny with pain, rejection, and hardship. You have spent most of your life wondering why you don't fit in, wondering why you feel like an outcast, even within your own family unit. You've wondered why you seem to have bad luck and constantly experience setback. You wonder why you often catch your family members staring at you intensely. You've wondered if the people you call parents are actually your parents, and wondered if they picked you up from the roadside where your real birth parents may have dumped you. You've wondered why your parents dumped you with your grandparents in your early years, while your other siblings stayed with your parents. 1,001 questions have been going through your mind. You want to understand why your life is so hard, why your parents and siblings despise you. From childhood, you just knew something was off. You were treated differently. Your siblings were hugged, praised, and protected. You were tolerated, hidden, forgotten, sometimes even feared. When you get sick, you were never taken to the hospital. You were told instead that you were under spiritual attack. When visitors came to your home, you were hidden or ignored. Or if your parents wish, they may call you out to serve the visitors and then call you names in front of the visitors for no other reason but to belittle you in front of your visitors. And you kept asking yourself, what did I do wrong? Am I a burden to my own parents? You could not explain it, but you felt it. You ask yourself several questions. Why did my parents leave me with my grandparents while they raised my siblings? Why do I feel like I was adopted, like I do not belong in my family? Why does bad luck seem to follow me everywhere I go? These were not just questions, they were warnings. Warnings that something much deeper, much darker was going on. So you started to search for answers. You went through your baby pictures. You saw your parents holding you as a baby. But then you questioned why your parents treat you like an adopted child compared to the rest of your siblings. You started to search for more answers. You went on Google. You searched YouTube videos. You went through online forums. You searched everything and anything for answers. You then started to stumble on stories. Stories just like yours. People describing the same pain, the same family dynamics, the same chilling feeling that their own families had spiritually sacrificed them for witchcraft and stole their destiny, that they were chosen to suffer so others could succeed. It hit you like a storm. Everything began to make sense. The rejection from your parents, being isolated from your siblings, visitors and neighbors, the stares that pierces the soul, which you often get from your own parents and siblings. You realized the life you were living was not yours. Your destiny was stolen by the same people who should love you the most, your parents. The realization broke you. You cried until you could not cry anymore. You looked at the heavens and asked yourself, why me? You broke down. You screamed. You asked God, why me? Why do I have to go through all the pain? Why is my journey so hard? Why do I have to go through this life of pain? You questioned your worth, your very existence. How could the people who were supposed to love you the most choose to harm you in the most invisible yet devastating way? But that breakdown became your breakthrough, because in that moment you stopped blaming yourself. You realized your path is different. You stopped begging for love from the people who refused to give it to you. You realized you will never win their love because your very presence brings out their demons. They blamed you for everything that went wrong in the family, including things that happened in your very absence. You now made a choice. You will choose to reclaim your destiny, to heal, to stop living for people who only saw you as a sacrificial lamb. You started to seek your true tribe, people who see your worth, who do not need to be related to you by blood to love you. Because love is not about biology, it's about energy, it's about truth, it's about soul. You began to see your family in a new light, not through the lens of a child seeking love, but through the eyes of a soul seeking the truth. As painful as the truth was, it also became your turning point. You decided that you could no longer wait for the love you never received. You had to start giving it to yourself. You realized your path was different. Your destiny, though hidden and hijacked, still exists. And you are going to reclaim it no matter how long it takes. No matter how hard the journey, you were going to choose you. You began seeking your true tribe, the people who saw you, heard you and valued you. You discovered that love does not always come from blood. Sometimes it comes from strangers who become your soul family, from mentors, friends, healers and kindred spirits who remind you that you were never the problem, that your light was simply too bright for the ones who tried to dim it. Healing did not happen overnight. It came in waves, some gentle, some crushing. But every step forward was a step back to yourself. You began to understand that your life was hard, not because you were cursed, but because you were chosen. And what was taken from you could be reclaimed. Piece by piece, you started to gather your spirit. your strength and your dreams. You made a decision to forge ahead with your life, to practice self-love. You accept your fate and made a firm decision to be kind to yourself. Then you started to heal, to rediscover your true self, to share your own story, so others who have gone through a similar experience or are going through a similar experience can learn from your own story to help them heal and also learn to love and accept themselves. If you've ever felt like the black sheep of your family, you are not alone. If you've ever questioned your very existence, you are not crazy. You are chosen, and sometimes the most powerful souls are born into the most broken places, not to be destroyed, but to rise. If this video touched you, I want you to know this. You have the right to heal. You have the right to walk away. You have the right to find the family that feels like home, because your destiny still belongs to you. Please share your experiences with us in the comment section below to help others heal and also to help others going through a similar experience to know they are not the only victim of this sad experience. God loves you as you are, and He has been the one watching over you. He has been the one who kept you safe from all the sad experiences you went through. God has a plan for you, and His plan for you will manifest sooner than you think. Never give up hope, because you are not and have never been alone. God is with you and will remain on your side and with you always. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you.